Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 11 starts now.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. Bakersfield police in East Bakersfield tonight as a pursuit just came to an end in the area. As you can see, multiple officers with their lights still on. This general area is near Niles and Brentwood. That is where the pursuit came to an end. Officers have established a perimeter in the area as they search for the suspect. Initial reports is that the pursuit ended and the suspect driver took off running on foot. Now officers are surrounding that area trying to see if they can track down that suspect. Our camera is right behind that chase as it came to an end this evening. As you can see, it's still a developing story. No particular scene at this time as officers are combing through that area in East Bakersfield. We're going to continue to stay out there and stay live as this continues to unfold, and we'll be sure to bring you updates right here and online at turn223.com. We want to turn to our other top story tonight. Broken furniture, trash, even a boat left behind in Northeast Bakersfield. Viewers reaching out to 23 ABC saying a field has become an easy target for illegal dumping. Residents telling 23 ABC they see it every day while exercising or walking their pets in the area. We want to show you some of that video right now. Those residents are asking for someone to take charge and clean it up. So take a look at this video. It was taken today. This is what the field east of College Avenue between Fairfax and Morning Drive looks like. There's the boat right there. There's everything from boxes to fast food, wrappers to couches. 23 ABC reached out to county officials who say illegal dumping is happening all the time.
Illegal dumping is a huge issue here in Kern County. We have evidence, we have people out, we have our crew out working every single day picking up illegal trash that's been dumped illegally along the roadsides. So it is prevalent throughout our county.
Kern County Public Works officials say if you see trash like this, first find out if it's in the city or the county. If it's in the city, you can report it through the Bakersfield City app on your smartphone. If it's in the county, you can log on to kernpublicworks.com and submit it. Now, if you're not sure whose jurisdiction it's in, Public Works says you can submit the request to them and they'll forward it to the proper agency. The Bakersfield Police Department has been cracking down on illegal street racing in Southwest Bakersfield over the last few weeks. Tomorrow, the department is planning on hosting a virtual forum to discuss the issue further. Bakersfield police are asking the community to join them on Facebook and Instagram tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Officials are expected to discuss the issue of street racing in our community, what efforts have been made to address it, plans for the future, and to get input from the community. BPD will also be taking questions following the opening statements. You can post your questions on their live feed tomorrow, or you can go to their Facebook page right now and leave a comment. And then next week, officers will be holding a face-to-face forum in Southwest Bakersfield. Police say that's in the area that they call the South Zone of Bakersfield. The forum will be held next Tuesday, January 21st at Independence High School in the auditorium at 6 p.m. Officials say this is just the first of multiple meetings they plan to hold in various areas of Bakersfield about the street racing issue. The Kern County Grand Jury applauded the city of Ridgecrest on their response to the 2 earthquakes that rocked the area last July. The grand jury released the report today, saying overall they were impressed by the multiple agencies who responded to help and every citizen who responded to render aid to the city. Officials say on July 4th, when the 6.44 shock hit, emergency services quickly initiated the emergency response system by notifying the Emergency Operations Center and calling in multiple resources to the area. The following day, when the 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit, emergency personnel initiated a level 2 response requesting more mutual aid from agencies outside of the county. Overall, the grand jury says they commended the actions of everyone and recommends that the city review and, if necessary, update the emergency plan to reflect what was learned from those earthquakes. The Bakersfield Police Department is asking for the community's help to track down a vehicle that was involved in a hit-and-run collision. Police say it happened on November 9th around 11:30 in the morning in the area of 34th Street and Q Street. No one was injured in the crash, but officials say the suspect was driving a small blue SUV or minivan. The suspect is described as a black man, about 35 years old, around 6 feet tall, weighing around 200 pounds with short black hair. Anyone with information on who he is asked to call BPD at 327-7111. The Kern High School District wants you to mark your calendar for the next community forum regarding student behavior and school climate. The meeting will be the 6th community forum the district has held and will include reports on suspensions, involuntary transfers, student discipline, and more. The forum will be held in the DeMello Hall at West High School on January 30th at 7 p.m. and it is open to the public.
Well, we have been tracking calm and quiet conditions before our next winter storm makes its way into the region. So our radar and satellite is going to be looking a lot different at this time tomorrow. But we can see an increase in clouds as that system is making its way toward the region. 43 degrees right now here in Bakersfield. Other places in the valley already in those 30s, 39 in Lake Isabella and 32 in Tehachapi. But this low pressure system will be making its way onshore overnight and pushing over the Great Basin as we head into your Thursday, but that is going to be bringing some heavy rain to us here in the valley and that mountain snow ahead of the precipitation that we will be seeing tomorrow afternoon. We are tracking very strong winds throughout the Kern County desert and west side of the valley. So there are 2 wind advisories in effect, one in the west side hills beginning at 7 a.m. tomorrow until 7 p.m. Those wind gusts could be reaching up to 55 miles per hour, and the one in the Kern County desert beginning at 4 p.m. until 7 a.m. on Friday. As for air quality, it remains in the moderate range here in the valley tomorrow because those winds don't increase until the early afternoon hours. An AQI of 66, and there's no burning unless with a registered device. But I will be timing our storm hour by hour coming up next.
A restaurant inside of a casino in Rosamond has been shut down by the Kern County Public Health Department after failing an inspection. Inspectors closed the restaurant inside of Diamond Jim's Casino yesterday after inspectors found rodent droppings in storage areas, under the grill, and on food prep tables. Officials say they also found a buildup of dust and debris on open containers of food. The restaurant did not pass the inspection with a score of 62. While the restaurant is closed, the casino remains open. We do have a programming alert to tell you about tonight. This Saturday, we will not have our regularly scheduled 6 p.m. newscast. The Los Angeles Lakers are taking on the Houston Rockets starting at 5 p.m. right here on 23 ABC. Because of that, we will not have our normal newscast at 6 p.m. Instead, we're going to have a special newscast following the game at 8 p.m. Then we'll have our regularly scheduled newscast on 23 ABC News at 11. If you are looking for love, you now have the chance to get the final rose as the Bachelor Live makes its way into Bakersfield. One lucky bachelor and lucky ladies from right here in Kern County will have the chance to find love. Audience members will also help along the way by asking questions, making suggestions, and cheering on the participants. It follows the same timeline as The Bachelor on TV. It's happening February 17th at the Mechanics Bank Theater. To apply as the Bachelor or one of the contestants, be sure to head to our website, turnto23.com. If you just like to sit in the audience and watch, you can find tickets for that as well. The Golden Empire Transit is trying to entice people who have never ridden on a Get bus to try it out. As an incentive, Get is offering half-off passes to new riders. Passes are available on a first-come, first-served basis and cost $22.50 for a 31-day pass. A new rider is defined as someone who has been riding Get for less than 6 months or has never ridden before. A photo ID is required. Officials say this is a great way to get people to try out the local bus service and improve our air quality. We turn now to Capitol Hill, where the House voted to send the 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump to the Senate, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing the 7 House managers named to prosecute the case against the president. ABC's Rachel Scott is in Washington with more.
Tonight, history in the House. The articles of impeachment hand-delivered to the Senate. 28 days after the House voted to impeach President Trump, the House Speaker selecting a team of Democrats that will prosecute the case against the president. The 7 lawmakers will be led by House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff.
So we're going to simply follow the facts and present the truth to the American people.
All 100 senators will have to sit silently as they decide whether the president should be removed from office on charges he abused his power and obstructed Congress by pressuring Ukraine to investigate his rival Joe Biden. The next phase still steeped in partisanship as the battle over witnesses intensifies. Democrats with 59 pages of fresh evidence in hand, ramping up the pressure.
The evidence is overwhelming. The latest evidence with Parnas and Giuliani makes it even more so.
Text messages, emails, and handwritten notes released from Lev Parnas, an associate of President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, facing an indictment in New York. He's cooperating with authorities in New York and Congress. Parnas was arrested on campaign finance charges this fall, writing on hotel stationery, quote, "Get Zelensky to announce that the Biden case will be investigated." Parnas telling MSNBC tonight the president was in the loop.
President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all of my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president.
And the Senate is now focused on preparing the chamber. Chief Justice John Roberts could be sworn in as early as tomorrow for his role to preside over the trial. Rachel Scott, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on 23 ABC News at 11, health officials recommending women get frequent screenings for cervical cancer, what doctors are saying about the disease, and how you can get a free screening up next. Allison?
And you can expect relatively warm temperatures tomorrow as we wait for that precipitation to start after 4 p.m. More details on this next rain event is coming up next.
Welcome back. We're continuing to track that breaking news that we first brought to you at the top of the show. Bakersfield police on site now in East Bakersfield. This is in the area of Niles Street. Officials are out there. They were chasing this car that you can see here in a pursuit. At that point, we do know that the suspect allegedly took off running into a field. As you can see, Bakersfield Police canine officer, the first one behind that car. That tends to be how they set up in pursuits. A canine officer will take that first position. And now you can see across the street, Bakersfield Police in the area circulating, trying to find that suspect who took off running. We have very limited information at this time, but we are going to continue to track this and bring you the very latest as we have it. The American Cancer Society says thousands of women die from cervical cancer every year. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither will talk about the importance of prevention and early diagnosis.
Cervical cancer was once one of the common causes of cancer deaths for women in the United States, but the number of cases being caught and successfully treated has increased with more women getting a regular pap smear. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, almost all cervical cancers are caused by human papillomavirus. HPV is a common virus that is transmitted via sexual activity. While most people will get it at some point in their lives, it is important to get your regular HPV test. Coupled with that, your pap smear will monitor possible cell changes on the cervix caused by HPV that could become cervical cancer. Other things that can increase your risk include smoking, suppressed immune system, using birth control pills for 5 or more years, having given birth to 3 or more children, having several sexual partners. Health professionals also recommend that if you haven't already, get the HPV vaccine. And as always, if you have any questions, talk to your doctor. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And January is National Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. This weekend, there will be free cervical cancer screenings in Bakersfield. They're being held this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Mercado Latino, located at 2105 Edison Highway.